Step 1, deactivate traction control. We've landed now in Chiredzi, Buffalo Range Airport.
They had a baboon out on their deck and they were calling just to let us know. So
meanwhile, when they land at their destination, towels and bag. I want to show you guys the fun side of Zimbabwe, which doesn't get shown a lot. Did you see another Land Cruiser come down here?
Have you seen my friends?
Sarah, is this the way we came up? Because I don't see Ryan and we...
I think it is. I think it's probably the only way. No, we're in the worst car to be at the back of the convoy.
I was doing it on purpose. I thought you liked us.
Oh yeah, no, they definitely loved it. The camera.
All right, cheers everyone. Well done. We made it to the top.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Quick change of clothes and I'm going to take you for a drive in the M2. Let's have some fun. Whenever I get in a car, I will always go forward, even if I need to reverse, because in life I always want to go forwards. It's just in my mind. Everything must always go forward. Step 1 of getting in any car, deactivate traction control. I love BMWs. It's a lot of fun for what you get. They're very driver focused. Cars in a similar range, like Mercedes is a little bit too soft. Audi with four-wheel drive is too safe. It's a good balance dynamically. This car is so much fun. I really enjoy driving it. And honestly, going sideways and stuff, I think I'm having as much fun as I do driving my hypercars. Especially in small confined space in a city, this is more fun. This car will slide at low speeds. It sounds good. Spending more money doesn't give you a more fun car. This car costs around $100,000. My hypercars cost several $1,000,000. But the smile on my face is equally big on this. What makes a car fun is being involved. You've got to be working for it. If a car is too easy and approachable, like say a Tesla is very fast, there's no emotions, there's no sound, it's very comfortable. There's zero enjoyment driving a car like that. Whereas with this, you've got the drama, the noise, the handling is everything. Where you have fun with a car is when it's at its very limit. It's the dramatics that add a sense of occasion. It's a sense of occasion that make you smile. For fun, out of 10, I rate this a good 7 or an 8. I like it a lot. High up in the rev range, it sounds pretty good, but being turbocharged, it's muffled like all turbocharged cars are. But we live in a world where, due to emissions requirements, you often have to turbocharge a car to get the power you want while still staying within emissions regulations. I used to drive these roads as a child, driving cars when I was like 12. You can see from the roads, Zimbabwe is beautiful. Like, this is just a road in the capital city.
It's like being in the Yesco in London. And you're in this.
Are people reacting? We've come to lunch. We're at a restaurant called Fishmongers, which specializes in fish. One of my favorites here. It's not that exciting revving this car in idle because it revs really slowly compared to the cars I'm used to, like the Carrera GT, Yesco, cars like that, with very small or light flywheels. Having said that, I'll give it another rev. People don't realize that food in Zimbabwe is so organic. The country, as a policy, don't allow genetically modified food. So everything's farmed here organically. The produce is all locally farmed. Eating here is just very healthy in general. Morning, we're at Harare International Airport. I'm about to take King Air 350 to Pamushana Lodge, where I have a client staying at the moment. We're at the final stages of closing a deal we've been negotiating for the past few months. Hopefully going to sign the contract, then fly back to Harare. Benefit of flying private is not having to go through check-in desks, etc. Anywhere you are in the world, you're always escorted directly through onto the aircraft. It's a busy bus. The benefit of flying alone. We've landed now in Chiredzi, Buffalo Range Airport, and going to head to Pamushana. We've just entered the reserve. Here we found a little, well, not so little giraffe, but this is a baby. How old is this thing?
I should be around 15 to 20 years old.
So much smaller than the other one.
Just a genetic thing. But looking at the horns, if you look at those ossicons, see they are thicker and older, and you can see that bulge on his forehead.
Yeah.
It shows that he has been around for a long time.
So as they get older, the bulger gets bigger.
Yes.
Negotiation is such an important skill in life. It's something I've done since I was young. I can remember I wanted a pair of crocodile skin boots more than 10 years ago, and there was a store on the King's Road that had these shoes that I wanted. So I went into the store, and the store assistant gave me the shoe to try on. She told me it was a custom order for another customer, but they cancelled the order. So I knew that they was ordered for someone else, so felt there was room for negotiation. So I said, okay, I'll negotiate the price down to £750. And they said, no, we don't negotiate, you can't barter here. So I said, okay, fine. I left, I came back. The next day I happened to be walking down King's Road. I went to the store again, tried to negotiate. They said no, so I said, can I speak to the manager? They called the manager. I said, look, this is my budget. They're a pair of Tom Ford shoes I can get from Harrods, but I prefer to have these. I know it's a unique size, so it's not going to be easy for you to sell. And I'd rather buy these shoes, so will you negotiate? I managed to get them to drop the price to less than half the price they initially were offering them at. This was a very long time ago, you know, over 10 years ago, probably closer to 15 years ago. But I enjoy negotiation. I find it fun. And I think it's a skill you should keep doing. However, you have to be careful, because there's certain times and places where it's appropriate. For instance, with the private jets, we're so aggressive on margins that there isn't really room for negotiation. And when we get clients trying to negotiate, we just cannot. When negotiating, you've always put yourself in the position of the person you're negotiating with. I know in the luxury good industry, the margins are generally around 300%. So I know they still make a margin and can sell it. Whereas if a client came to negotiate with us on the jets, our margins are so small, we have no room for negotiation. So you have to know the industry that they're in, and you have to know the margins they work with. We've arrived at Pamushana. I'm heading up for my meeting. Hi, morning.
Welcome to Pamushana.
Thank
I'm
you.
Emily.
Hi Emily, lovely to meet you.
Lovely to meet you too.
What's this made of?
Roller mute, Tanganda tea, and some honey in it.
Wow. I've had my meeting, and now Emily, the general manager, is treating us to some lunch, and then she's going to take us on a tour of the property. The view is spectacular looking out, and what's really incredible is you see the fish eagles and birds flying, which normally you'd look up into the sky at, but you're looking down because we're so high.
The Malangwe Trust, it's 50,000 hectares, incredible game viewing out there. It's
is
an
that part
amazing
of
property.
national parks? Or
No, it's privately owned land owned by the
wow.
Malangwe Trust, and then our southeastern boundary is with Gonarazor National Park. We do have a fence because of our incredible rhino population. It's a small fence compared to the rest of the property, so some animals can move back and forth. It's just the rhino, it keeps the rhino in and the elephant out, because Gonarazor has quite a few elephants.
It's surprising how many people I meet when I travel,
Yeah.
and I mention I'm from Zimbabwe, that have been. And
Okay,
most of them
that's
say they've come into
amazing too.
Pamushana.
So we have one room that is open and ready at the moment. The guests are checking in shortly. Each property kind of has its own unique selling point. So for us here, it's our rhinos. I wouldn't want to say guaranteed, but you're almost guaranteed to see rhinos if you come here, especially white rhino. So that's a big pull. I mean, you can see those in Kruger and Sabi Sands, but we have a higher density here. All the Southern African ones have big five, but it's just at each property you have maybe a higher chance of seeing one or the other. So,
Which are the non-Southern African? Do you have Kenya or
Tanzania and Rwanda.
gorilla?
Yes, gorillas in Rwanda. One of our rooms, spare bathroom off to the side there in case guests do need it. And then a little living area here. We've got books and games. We typically find people are pretty busy on safari, especially during winter. You only come back around 11, you still got to eat, and then people often sleep and go out again for the afternoon drive, so it is pretty busy. Room through this side, dressing room tucked around the back. We do have baboons, so need to keep the doors. Yeah, so every room we try and keep them as private as possible, but they do have a view out over the water and, you know, quite private from each other.
It's lovely.
So,
And
you'll
like
hear
the
hippos
outdoor
and
shower.
things. Yes, we can go around there through this way, and we do want to try and always bring nature in. So we have a gauze sliding door here as well, so if people want to listen to the sounds of nature. But we are already getting into our hotter months where people prefer to keep it completely closed and have the air cons on. So we had some guests, they were in one of the rooms that's a little further away, and they called us to say that they had a baboon out on their deck that was playing with the swimming towel, and they were calling just to let us know. So we knew it wasn't them that had taken our towel, but rather the baboon that had.
Meanwhile, when they land at their destination, towels in the bag. So Pamushana is owned by Singita.
All the Singita lodges are slightly different. So Pamushana is owned by the Malulangwe Trust but managed by Singita. So this is our conservation room. It just explains a bit more about the conservation. It's an elephant's skull. We've put him up here because he's got these beautiful big tusks. He was killed fighting on the property with another bull. They must be pretty incredible to watch something like that. It's amazing just to see the size because it's mounted on the wall where we believe, you know, that would have been his true size. So if you were standing there looking at an elephant that size, it's pretty amazing.
Bye-bye. Thank you, it's lovely. Bye.
It was a pleasure meeting you. Thank you.
I've had my meeting at Pamushana, we got a tour, had lunch, and now heading back to Harare. I grew up here, so I've been seeing it all my life, but it's still amazing every time. I mean, you spend time away, you come back. It's an incredible experience, sort of resets your perception. You spend so much time in cities, it's so nice to take a step back and go into wildlife. Honestly, when it comes to seeing wildlife and nature, I can't think of a better country than Zimbabwe. And we have such diversity. So we have in the low veld where it's dry like this, and then you go to places like Inyanga, which is up in the mountains. You could be in Scotland, there's big green rolling hills and mountains. The variety in this country is incredible. We're now leaving a Buffalo Range airstrip, which is close to Pamushana, and heading back to Harare. The way you do something is the way you do everything. At every opportunity, if there's anything I can do to improve myself, I will. Whether it's doing a course at Harvard or symbolically, if I get in the car, I'll always go forward first, then reverse if I need to reverse out of parking space or something, because it's a reminder, you know, I always want to go forward in life. Every little thing, you know, I was told fasting on a Thursday will help me achieve my financial goals, so I do it. Try anything. So long as it's not distracting you from your everyday life, or has a negative, who knows if something will work or not. But yeah, if I can improve myself in any way, I will. That's the mindset I have with absolutely everything. If there's anything that can get me closer to my goals or achieving my goals, I'll do it. This mindset was instilled by my parents. You know, I have a mother who has no tolerance for weakness or weak people in any way. It's been great having a role model like that. I often plan to come to Zimbabwe for a month or a certain number of weeks, and I always tell them I will. And then because of things coming up business-wise, it always ends up being a week or two. They're always disappointed I'm leaving early, so now I was meant to leave at the end of the month, but something's come up. I've got to travel to Swaziland, trying to make the most of my time with them. In between meetings, I'm free for lunch, so we're going to have lunch together. And everybody's got to run. Since I was a child, we went to at least 3 new countries a year. From when I was 2 weeks old, my parents always had this belief that they're going to leave us a legacy of travel, art, and the best education, not cash.
Absolutely. You know, you leave them with a great inheritance, and then you kill their passion. Let them make their own lives and achieve in their own right.
But what is the importance of travel? What's the importance of
Changes your perspective. You see different cultures, different way of thinking, different way of living. We can get so enveloped in how we do things, and we think it's the right way. There isn't a right and there isn't a wrong, but there'll be something out there that may work better for you.
And what do you think?
It's so valuable to travel and learn about other cultures, and also to see countries progress. Like I remember India in the 80s, it was not so developed, and now it's a wonderful country. You know,
the way the economy is developed is very...
Yes.
Zimbabwe is really diverse. There's a lot of things to do. Today we're going to drive up a rock formation with friends and have a barbecue at the top. I want to show you guys the fun side of Zimbabwe, which doesn't get shown a lot. Okay, Ryan, I'll follow you.
Ameerh,
Yeah?
how long is the journey?
It'll take us 2 hours because the road's so bad. I mean, it's not far.
Okay.
It's just difficult to drive the roads. Julia hasn't been up before, so we're going to show her. We've left Harare. We're on the outskirts, going through some more rural areas on the way to Pamushana, which is where the rock formations we're going to drive up are. They fenced off the route we normally go drive up. They don't want cars going up there because it's so dangerous. So easy to roll.
Oh, that's fun.
But we'll find another route, don't worry. But Ryan does this a lot. I trust him. So let's see. Julia, enjoying this? I take that as a yes.
It's definitely interesting.
This is the comfortable bit.
Oh gosh.
We turned around. We're following Ryan. We have no network up here. And I have no idea which route he took. He can't have gone that fast. So did you see another Land Cruiser come down here? He's gone. Thank you.
Have you seen my friend?
Sarah, is this the way we came up? Because I don't see Ryan and we...
I think it is. I think it's probably the only way that we could have gone back down.
Okay, good. We've got no signal. We can't get hold of him. We'll just have to hope that it is. Because I didn't see another road to take apart from this. There's no way he came down here. He wouldn't go without us. None of us know where we're going. We're just following him, so...
Just confirm you went back to the main road?
You abandoned us. We're back on the main road because you drove away so fast. We lost you.
Okay, we'll come in now.
We're in the worst car because we've got no windows and no protection. We're just being blasted with dust the entire way.
I was doing it on purpose. I thought you liked dust.
Oh yeah, no, they definitely loved it. The cameraman was sticking their heads out the window and everything.
I was going to tell you to go in front as I drove off.
No, Ameerh was doing it on purpose for sure. He was like straight down, right, and then he was just like
I don't think it's going to be the most dangerous. With Ameerh's experience, nothing's dangerous.
I don't know. He's rolled a few cars doing this before, so. Thankfully, they had walkie-talkies, which just managed to get enough signal at one spot where we managed to get hold of Ryan to come back because he was going all the way up the mountain thinking we were following him. And now we've got a guide. He's going to guide Sarah up, who's never driven off-road before, and we're going to follow her.
I know you're tired of loving with nobody to love. Nobody.
We've now finally got to the Gombo, which is a rock. It's Dombo, right? A rock. Gombo is near. It's Gomo. We finally got to the Gomo, which is a rock, and we're going up to the top of the rock. And this is our whole aim, is to get to the top. This part's really fun. I find it easier because I'm used to it, but it takes some skill because your tires keep wanting to slide. But in the end, to have fun in any vehicle, in my opinion, you have to push it to its limit. And here we are at the car's limit. You can feel it struggling for traction. If you make a mistake, there's going to be damage to the car or you. That's what makes things fun for me. We've been driving for about an hour now. We're almost at the top. Do you see that pole at the top, that metal pole? We're going to go up there. Welcome to Gomo Carrera. We've made it to the top. Ryan has set up the braai for us. I'm not taking the credit. We're here with friends, about to have some good food, enjoy the view. And this is one of my favorite things to do in Zimbabwe. Let's see what we're having for lunch today. That's obviously chicken.
This is oryx. Told you about the oryx I shot in South Africa a couple of weeks ago. We got a butcher to process it. It's been done in the style of boerewors, a traditional sausage in South Africa that we enjoy up here in Zim as well. And we're going to have it in a hot dog bun called a bori roll. This we'll do in a pita shawarma style chicken shawarma basically.
And what's great is this is the first time I get to have boerewors because growing up, all my friends used to have boerewors all the time, but I don't eat beef. So Ryan purposefully asked them to make it out of this meat. It's very kind of him.
All right, cheers everyone. Well done. We made it to the top. Ameerh, always good to have you here.
Thanks for organizing it. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
It's a shame we didn't go right to the top.
Well, let's go.
I'm always working. In between, I savor every moment when I'm having fun. Thankfully, I've managed to model my life in a way that I do whatever I want to do and work in between. It very rarely feels like work. For anyone out there who feels they're at a stage in their life where all they do is work and they don't have any fun, from my experience, the more you work and the more you put into it, eventually you get to a stage where you have freedom and you can do as you please. And also, having a purpose in life is the most wonderful thing. So working towards something whilst having fun is great. Anything is attainable. If you can imagine it, you can achieve it. So long as you genuinely believe it and you're willing to put the effort in, anyone can achieve anything. If you have any dreams or passions, pursue them. What's the point of living? You only have one life if you're not doing what you love.
So last night, we don't have to be late.
Just pretend it's Thursday.
You're leaving tomorrow.
20 years ago.
Flight.
I can't.
I'm coming to London, so there's no excuse.
What's London got to do with today? Going out.
Yeah, if you don't come out tonight.
You're not going to move to London.
Because
I didn't come out.
No, yeah, I will. No, when I'm in London, then we go out if you do not want to come out.
Okay, deal.
No, not deal, because that means you don't.
My love, my touch, up above, play with the warmth of my love.
We've had lunch. We're now packing everything up and then heading back to Harare. I've got to rush home, change into suit, then rush into this meeting, which is cutting it really, really tight, but let's see if I make it. The car's really capable. Taking it up and down, I'm impressed, but given the choice between this and a Wrangler, I choose a Wrangler every day. So let's stop it and see if we can do some donuts. The car feels top heavy and it's not responsive enough to kick out a slide. I still prefer the Wrangler. It's the end of the day. I just dropped off the girls, got to race home, shower, get into a suit and go for a meeting.